start. Starting here.
What?
Uh-oh. And we are live. I can see us. I can see you sipping your tea.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Ready to go. What's up, everybody? Captain's Jug of Thoughts.
We're back.
How you doing?
Back live.
Yeah, man. We figured, we'll throw some live stuff at you people.
Yeah.
Cap just got back from La Hacienda.
I sure did.
Which, it's a pretty, what is like the, is it an Italian place?
It is, but, I mean, they're mostly known for their pizza.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The pizza is really outstanding.
I'm saying by name, it could either be Italian or like a Mexican place.
You would think that,
Yeah.
I would think, like, if I was driving by and didn't know any better, I would think it was Mexican.
I think La Hacienda is like the crew that's after Wilson.
Yeah, that could be.
The La Hacienda crew.
The La Hacienda boys.
Oh, that is my favorite shit ever. When I saw him the other night. Thanks to everybody who came out to the Friendly Foe show. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a great
Especially
night.
him. When I saw him, I'm like, yeah, he's alive.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It was funny when you commented during the show. He's like,
One more day. He's just like, fucking stop. Oh, man, that's fucking funny.
Well, like 2 days later, he's like, I got like 5 texts going,
Yeah.
dude, you were gold on the show. He's like, fuck, man, that many people listen to this? I'm like, we warned you.
That's so funny. I think he said, who's your buddy? Woodsy.
Yeah,
Your buddy
Chris.
Woodsy.
Yeah, Woodsy.
He's like, I get a text, and it says, this is Juan Torres. Where's my money?
He's like, why is it coming up? How does he know Woods?
Yeah, that's coming from Woods. He's like, oh, shit, they got to Woodsy.
Oh, my God, I was dying when he was telling us that. That was
Dude,
so funny.
no, we gotta tell him when they got him with like the bag over his head and they throw him into a van and they get him, he's just gotta go, Slade Smitty.
Yeah.
And they'll back off. They'll be like, oh,
This
shit. This guy knows Slade Smitty.
He knows people.
Yeah, fuck. Don't fuck with this guy. Let him go. Let him go.
This guy's bigger than the cartel.
Yeah. That's mad funny.
Oh, my God. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he did go.
La Hacienda is the ranch in Spanish. It is not Italian.
Yeah,
Ranch
see?
in Spanish.
The ranch
Okay.
in Spanish. Yeah, like I said, if I was driving by, I'd be like, oh, want to go eat at that Mexican place? And you'd walk in, and they'd be like, Yankees and fucking meatballs. And you're like, I'm confused.
Yeah. Well, the ranch is also, isn't that like an Ashton Kutcher show? So if you go to Espanol, Netflix Espanol, it says La Hacienda.
You're right,
With
yeah,
a picture
probably.
of the Ashton Kutcher.
The Bunny Hacienda. Yeah.
We only serve our wings with La Hacienda dressing. This is an outrage.
Oh, man.
Well, learn something new every day.
Yeah. I was talking to my buddy earlier about, just reminded me of this, about, he was like, dude, Cowboys didn't have bread or anything like that, because I said something about he needed his bread. He's like, Cowboys didn't have bread, they just had jerky. And I'm like, well, what about when they visited the ranch? What do you think they were doing with all that extra yeast? And he was like, oh, dude, that is fucking disgusting.
Like that's where bread came from?
Yeah.
It was just like the whorehouses?
Yeah.
Well, Steven, who were we doing a show with one day? Somebody, they didn't know what a merkin was. I think we've talked about this. You know what a merkin is?
I don't think so.
Essentially a pussy toupee.
Oh,
And
yeah?
the whores in the Old West would get them because they'd get crabs, so they'd have to shave. But back then, being shaved was like weird as fuck. Everyone's like, "Don't do that." So they put a wig on it. It's that thing in
And
your
glued
office.
it on there?
I'm not glued. Like they strapped it on. Like they had like a Halloween wig. I guess I don't know. I really don't know. But this is a merkin. Merkin.
Merkin.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. I'm surprised people didn't. Well, because I said it.
Ew.
You found one?
Don't look up merkin symptoms. Like they sell funny ones on Amazon, like merkins that are like shaped like hearts and stuff.
Do we want to see this?
It's not that bad. What? Yeah, it's just like it's a toupee. It's a V-shaped
Oh my
toupee.
God.
Yeah, and it was used when
What the hell
like
is that? Is that a donut?
that's for the other. It's for the other one.
It's an ass merkin?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But now this is great that this is 2 times I've like brought this up to people who didn't know what it was. Because I said it to them and they both looked at me and I'm like, did I like make this up in my head?
Right.
I was like, am I? Wow. I was like, no, this has to exist. Please make this exist. If this doesn't exist, I'm really weird. But no, now everybody learns what a merkin is.
Yeah, now everybody knows.
Well, who was telling me? I don't know, man. Like, there used to be like a little bit of a fucking ladies of the evening used to frequent Youngstown back in the day, like back in the day.
Oh yeah,
Like them
I'm
times.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure at the Jug that was going on in the
yeah.
late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. Who knows?
Yeah, when we evolve, when we get a time machine, the show's gonna get great. Because
Yeah,
we're
right?
gonna go back to all these stories that we heard.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
The Jug used to be, I think it was like 80 rooms at one time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because it was the whole, like, even like where your apartment is now, like that whole thing was like a build, or it was just the whole Jug itself? You can fit 80 rooms on that bitch?
I know. Well, if you ever saw, like on the 3rd floor where we did the Paranormal Unseen
Yeah.
one.
Where we stayed in like a lovely hotel suite.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sent those guys
Exactly.
upstairs.
Get up there, boys.
Let us know what you see.
That used to be 3 rooms, I think.
Oh, wow.
So if you do it like that, you
Well,
keep breaking
also
it
that
down.
old school stuff, and like we would stay at some old bed and breakfasts in like Ireland who would like everybody on the floor had the same bathroom.
Right.
So each room didn't have its own bathroom. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
that's
I
how
guess
the Jug-
that's cuts down on space.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, right across the hall, there's the 3 bedrooms, and there's only the
one, yeah.
the 1 bathroom in the hallway.
Yeah. Do not get that room on Taco Tuesday.
No.
Yeah, but that was a good one the other night. So what are the, I don't know, dude. I can't keep up with the rules. Are there new ones? What's happening?
The only change right now is that we got an extra hour now. So it's 11 o'clock, 7 days a week. But
That's good. Like we've always said, that's when stuff goes down. You know what I mean? That's when the heat of the night.
yeah,
You know, like you've always said, just an extra hour would be helpful.
right. And, you know, there's a common misconception going around that you don't have to eat now, but that's not true. You still do have to eat. Like everyone's like, no, they lifted that. I'm like,
Well, well, I mean,
No,
we've
they
been,
didn't.
I don't want to, oh, goddamn, we're going to get into it. But it's like, that's been the whole thing this whole time. We could go back and listen to the show. The whole thing has been like confusing misconceptions the whole time.
well,
You
absolutely.
sit 3 people down, they all heard 3 different things.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I heard that this hasn't killed anyone. I heard we were all dead. I thought this was happening. You know, so I don't know. You could still eat. You should, because that steak and cheese wrap is the fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should eat.
Eric, our rep from Latinas, called me because they came in Friday night. And he called me Sunday to see if we needed an order. And he's like, Chris, I just want to let you know, that fucking steak and cheese wrap is
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
He's like, that's the 3rd time in a row that I've come there, and I've taken that home, and it still holds up when I get home 4 hours after I order it.
Oh, dude. Well, that's when I get you. She orders stuff
Yeah,
like
I know.
right before you guys are closing, and then by the time I've packed everything up and I'm home and I'm ready to eat, like it's been sitting there.
Yeah.
But I've always said a good, like one of the best hangover meals is like a steak and cheese sub that's
God, yeah.
wrapped up, but like just in the fridge.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I think we probably told this story like very early, but it's when you and Pete were living together. We played a gig, all went back, probably made Pete's Beats all night, and then I had a sub that I had like woken up and I think I might have eaten some of it, and like I had the other half of it was like the couch. Oh, let me see if I can do this on camera. The couch is like here,
Okay.
and at the head of the couch, like back in the corner is a chair where Pete's chair was.
The recliner, yep.
The recliner. So
Yeah.
Steve's sleeping in the recliner. I'm sitting there watching TV, eating my hangover sub, just loving it. I ate half of it. I put the other half on the table, and I'm chilling. Steve's sound asleep, and then I hear like the crunching of a wrapper, and I turn around, and he's eating my sub. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like he literally just opened his eyes and saw a sub and just went.
I can't believe someone just left this here for
He
me.
just didn't say like, "Yo, is that yours?" or is that like he just saw a sub, but just before he said good morning to anybody, he was just eating it already. And he just
Maybe
turned
no one
around
will know.
And he's like, "Huh?" I'm like, God damn it! It was bad funny.
What is that crinkle? Hey, hey!
That's the one with the no onions.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Nah, man, the food there is fucking legit. The
So So that pizza night, well, that was fucking legit
Oh,
too.
the La Hacienda, the pizza, yeah.
Yeah.
You said you were going to tell us what it was, and then you're like, wait, I'll wait.
Yeah. So while I got as an appetizer, I got Yankee and meatball.
The classic Spanish.
Not exactly. It was really a full plate of food.
Yeah.
And then I ate a half of a full pie. And it was great. They make their own sausage there, and it's just like thinly sliced sausage put all over it. It was fucking slamming.
Oh, yeah. And the pies there aren't like big fucking fat like Domino's pie. They're like little artisan style kind of, you know? Like you can get all sorts of different shit, like thinner crust and like, yeah. That's a definitely.
It was thin.
Haven't had a La Hacienda night in a while.
Yeah, and it's got that perfect crunch when you get to the crust.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. We hit up the Natural Link.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, we stocked up there and we dropped your name. We're like, you know Chris Harden? And he's like, did he just get a gigantic order here? Because we were just with him. But yeah, the dude was telling us all about the stuff we got. The Hungarian sausage, the andouille sausage, and like, dude, that place is just fucking legit.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
I got the same
love that
things.
place. Yeah. And then the, what do we get? The grouper?
Oh, the
Some
grouper
crazy
there
shit
is
with
great.
the grouper, yeah, and you gotta hit it. You gotta hit it on a good day, right when the fish come in. I think I know what day it is, but I don't want to say because then all these people will be showing up.
And you'll never get fresh grouper again.
Motherfucker. But yeah, shout out to them.
The last time I had that, I made it and I cooked it with like Grand Marnier.
Oh,
So it gave it like that orangey tinge.
yeah.
It was fucking delicious. Yeah, right?
Yeah. What the fuck was I just gonna say? What else do we eat? We ate a thing and it was great. Can't remember what it was.
Oh, skirt steak.
Oh, the skirt steak. Yeah, dude. Because we get the butcher box.
Yeah.
And this is,
that's
once
right,
again, I'm not getting paid for any of these fucking ads.
yeah.
But like we get the butcher box and it is quality shit, man. And there's a skirt steak that she made last night after me and Pete did the live stream. I went upstairs and like it was all ready, and I'm like, what the fuck did you do to this? Like it was just perfect. It was soft, it was chewy, it was rich, it was really fucking good. And then today I like chopped some up and put it on a salad, and it was like even better. So shout out Butcher Box.
Nice.
I don't even care. They deserve it. They deserve the free plug. That skirt steak is fucking awesome.
Right.
And it's like a flat thing. I'm like, why do they call it skirt steak? She's like, I guess you could like wear it like a skirt. Like, if you were wearing this as a skirt, I would go nuts. Because it'd be delicious. Like Lady Gaga wore the meat skirt. The meat dress.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's good. We should have a meat party.
A meat party?
Yeah, at the jug, like a dress
Sounds
up
great.
meat party, yeah. And then halfway through, we turn it into a Rocky party. It starts punching the meat.
It's just an all-out brawl.
Just, yeah, like at 8 o'clock, it changes to a Rocky party.
Just change the music. Put the theme song on. Everyone just starts. Yes, here we go.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's a positive effect of like sort of the shutdown things. Hasn't really been a bar fight in a while. There's been a lot of like moms arguing at Whole Foods over masks, but that's pretty much the only fights.
Yeah.
So that's fine. We've finally found world peace.
My buddy Al, he said, so he's got these. He always has a bunch of degenerates working for him, you know. And like this one guy is, this one guy's like,
says me and you.
Yeah, I know, right? True.
Yeah.
But there's this one little Mexican guy that works for him, and then there's this one guy, like Honduran guy, that works for him. And,
what does he do without saying like what kind of field? I don't know. Whatever you can say.
No, I mean it's my buddy Al who does the sprinkler system.
Oh right, we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
So he's telling me the story that this one day, he just told me the story on the way here. He said that one day that the two of those guys and their two girlfriends came down to go to a concert at Art Park like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And like the Honduran guy, he speaks really broken English, and like he's like old, like third world like guy, you know, like woman come with me, like you know what I mean. And he said the one little Mexican guy was in the bathroom, and some guy came into the bathroom and was like, some dude's out there beating the shit out of his girlfriend.
Whoa.
And he's like, well, what color shirt is he wearing? And I guess like she hauled off and punched him in the face like twice.
Wow.
And then he did the same in kind. I was like, no one broke this up. And he's like, well, yeah, after a minute or two. But like some guy like just turned around and was like, whoa, that guy's just wanking that bitch. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
It's fucked up.
Dude, what is that hysterical Sean Connery quote where he talks about essentially it's okay to hit a woman if she's like really being hysterical and she's hitting you, and if she's really asking for it, but you never hit her with a closed fist. That's ridiculous. You know, and like at the time it came out, it was like, what a gentleman.
What a gentleman.
It was like came out in the 60s. Like James Bond really is a lover. He's like, you don't hit him with a closed fist, you animal. Just hit him with an open fist. It was like, jeez, I think it was different back then.
Sure was.
Who, well, I was going to bring up another person who just died. But while we were down here painting that very wall behind me, the white wall, Lee was up on a stepladder, and we were bored because we were painting the wall of a basement. So it was not a fun day for Sean. And Sean gets restless, and he likes to have fun. So we were silent, just painting it. For some reason, I just was like, so that's crazy that Julia Roberts died, huh? I don't know why. I just wanted to see what her reaction. Dude, she almost fell off the fucking stool. She was like, what? Like, and to the point where I was like, I could have kept it going, but I was like, I'm kidding. She's fine. Jesus Christ. Because we walked by this house in Lewiston that it was like a 2-story, but had like a 3rd-story attic, and you could see like a window up there. Like a very looked like, you know, the window that Robin Williams looked out of in Jack. Sad little kid looking out window.
Right.
So we walked by this house, and I make up a story about I had a friend in high school who lived there, and his little brother was like, you know, deformed or something and all fucked up. And it was, I just made this whole story up. I don't know. I was bored. Once again, we were bored. And made it really like the Sister in Pet Cemetery type shit. Like he was hidden, and like I saw him once as they were bringing him into the van, and it was fucked up. And for the whole time, she's like, oh, my God, what was wrong with him? Eventually, I just had to go like, I don't know, I'm out of ideas. This has been fake the whole time. Because I don't have anything interesting to say. I just had to make it up.
So a friend of mine, that reminds me, a buddy of mine, just he and his girlfriend just had a baby, and they just bought a house. And they just bought the house, so like they didn't even have curtains up or anything yet.
Salud.
And she sits right in front of this window that faces the neighbor's house. Mm-hmm. And that's where she does like all her work from the computer and everything, but that's also where she breastfeeds and everything. And he's like, you know, I saw a guy in that window yesterday. And she was like, what? He's like, yeah, that one right across from where you're breastfeeding every day. I saw a guy in that window. I was like, are you fucking serious? And he's like, yeah, dude. And I'm like, was he doing the... like every time you walk by, and then just sneaks back out. Oh, baby's got the nipple again.
Yeah, that's very that's like a Seinfeld-esque type thing.
I know.
Of George like looking and then trying not to look.
Right, exactly.
Looking again. Yeah.
Like how many times did he walk by? He's like, I only saw him once, but still, once was enough.
There's people like, you know, I love my neighbors are great, but I'm still just like close quarters. Dude, it's too close. I don't know. Like I feel close, but there are people like think about that when you live like across the alley from somebody.
Right.
You're standing in your kitchen, they're in yours, and they're closer than me and Lee are right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And you're just like, it's so personal. They hear all your conversations.
Oh, for sure.
And pretend not to.
Yeah.
Then get in the elevator, like, morning, how you doing? Totally didn't hear that whole thing last night.
So, you guys murdered the neighbor on the other side.
Yeah. So, fucked your sister, huh? Wow, man. You're really just... You know, that's funny. I've never lived, you know, within that close proximity to people.
Right.
But it reminds me of when we went to that fish show in Toronto. I was talking to Tom the other night. Tom is a fella that we should have on because obviously he's our friend. He's hilarious. He's a great dude. And he is also a huge fan of Opie and Anthony and podcasting and radio and comedy. Like, he drops all these names of, like, people. I'm like, oh, my God, you know Rich Voss? Like, I love Rich Voss. I listen to him, like, every day. And nobody else around here knows who he is. So, like, when somebody else brings it up, it's like a Fight Club thing. It's like, oh, shit. So Tom would be great to have on because he gets this whole thing. And he was at this Opie and Anthony event in Buffalo that is, like, infamous, like, banned from the replay. Like, they don't even talk about it. Right. I don't want to give away what happened. I kind of know some of the story because another friend of ours was there. But it was, like, fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you were there? He's like, yeah. That was one of the craziest nights of my life. And I'm like, you have to go and tell us that story.
Right.
Like, because I mean, that show is a huge inspiration for this.
Right.
And like one of our friends got to like experience one of the most infamous moments of that
Wow.
show. You know what I mean?
Wow. So who is this? Who's Tom?
Tom fucking Nooch, dude. Fucking
Nooch.
Yeah, Nooch.
Oh, all right.
I didn't want to like. I don't know if he's like, oh, hey, don't be saying too many things. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
a crazy like. I don't know if people got arrested that day. I don't think so. He seems to be fine with it.
Yeah,
but like
I'm sure.
that's like a legendary moment in radio for like my favorite show.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And his too, and he was there, and I was like, dude, that would be a great story.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you get a bunch of strippers to play volleyball, and you realize the strippers don't really know how to play volleyball, the strippers have to find some other stuff to do.
Oh, that's great. Mm-hmm. We definitely got to have him on and tell that story.
So I was talking to him about something else. The fish show. He was at this show with us, and we fucked up when we were trying to leave the city. And we're in Toronto, and everything's glass. This is pre-pandemic. They're building everything's made of glass. It looks like the fucking future. It's amazing.
Right.
And because we're coming from Lewiston, so we're like, woo. And
Pretty
we got
buildings.
stuck on like the traffic kind of had us to a still on like this off ramp, and right next to us, like 20 feet away, was just some dude's apartment, and it's all glass, floor to ceiling windows. And I'm just like watching him watch TV and like eat, and like we're so close to each other, we're looking at each other,
Right.
And I'm like, and it was after the fish show, so it was definitely a little weirder,
Yeah,
but
of
also
course.
very funny. And I'm like, yo, what do you think this dude's watching? Because we're stuck in traffic, so we were there for like uncomfortably long.
Right.
Like if we just passed by, it would be a quick thing.
Sure,
But
sure.
we pretty much hung out with this guy. like he's like our buddy now. Like he was like kind of fifth wheeling it with us for a good 7
bud.
minutes. Yeah. That was a fucking. We should have all those dudes. That was just such a funny trip. That was such a fun time. But yeah, like driving through. Like that, like dude, there's a major highway just like right outside your window all the time.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
From us, we're just like, damn.
Yeah.
I remember I love that shit. I think it's so interesting. I remember sitting in a hotel room looking out the window, probably being a little. I had a little bit too much to eat that day, but like I'm looking at like the way that like the freeway is coming into the city and expanding off into all these different streets and the loops, and I'm watching all this engineering, and there's a helicopter, and I was like, dude, this is too much. This is crazy. If how are people not dying constantly down there?
Yeah, right.
Like, I guess we just figured it out. But everybody in those cars, if you talk to them, you'd be like, this person's a fucking idiot. Like, that's pretty masterful that we could pull that off.
Right.
For the 3 minutes I watched and nobody died.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Because you see like traffic in like India and stuff, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like water. It just kind of flows.
Right.
You know what I mean?
India.
Yeah. With your buddy who went there, who had done a very kind Yelp review.
No,
I'm sure it's like
not.
anywhere else where like if you know the fucking prince and he takes you out on the town, you're gonna be like, dude, India fucking rules.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Speaking of Yelp reviews, Al said he's going to not leave a very kind one for our waitress tonight.
Why?
She was just she didn't pay attention to us at all. Like,
oh, at La Hacienda?
Yeah, it was like almost uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was very bizarre. Like, I was like, is this her first day? Like, what is
Yeah.
going on? Like, she came up and she just like was like, hi. And then she just like was like holding her fucking pad. And we were like, do you have a drink menu? And she's like, yeah. We were like, can we see it? She's like, oh yeah, I'll go get it. And then she comes back. And then she just like just stood there, and we were like, and then she only came back over once the whole time. And we were there for over an hour.
If she just got real with it and leaned in and was like, look, guys, I'm fucking high as fuck.
Right.
Okay? Like, I went out behind the dumpster. I thought I was going to be dead tonight. We got a little busier than I expected. I'm kind of running on slow. Bear with me. You would have both been like, oh, dude, of course. Just like, oh, of course.
Right.
Of course. We will help. We will make it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just let us know.
Right.
You know?
We
That's
tried to
fine.
joke with her at the beginning, and like she just was like straight faced. We were like,
Yeah.
huh.
You don't know. You have no idea. Like, she might be like, in her head, like her boyfriend was cheating, and like in her head, she's like murdering a guy in her head.
Yeah.
You guys are like ordering a pizza.
Right.
You never know, man. You never know.
True.
So
Yeah, I was like, I could never own a restaurant. He's like, look at this bitch. He's like, she cannot wait to get back over to her phone.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
Well,
this
when
is
you're on the
he's like,
other-
this is driving me nuts.
When you're the customer, once you lock in on that, I have my story of Ireland of the one girl who really pissed me off because she completely like outwardly ignored us.
Yeah.
And then when I realized it was shift change, meaning that she wasn't going to close our tab, meaning she
Yeah.
wasn't getting the tip.
Right.
She just put us on the fucking pay no mind list.
Right.
And I was already drunk and doing the Conor McGregor voice to Lee all day, so I accidentally yelled at an Asian woman in Ireland.
Yeah.
In an Irish accent, which is not my proudest and also my most proud moment. Remember Bruno Kirby in City Slickers when he said the worst day of his life is when he kicked his dad out or whatever? And they were like, geez, what's the best day? And he goes, same day.
Same day.
Yeah. what's the worst thing you've ever done? Probably drunkenly yell at an Asian waitress who had no idea what the fuck was happening in an in a shitty Irish accent in the middle of Dublin. What was the best thing you've ever done? Same thing. But yeah, it sucks, man, when you're like, you know, especially if you're like starving or something, you walk in, like you just, to be on, just go into a place and like, even if like I get with the regulations and everything, they're understaffed or they're struggling or whatever. It doesn't sound like
There's nobody else in there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the problem here, but I'm saying in general.
No, it was not the problem.
The just the fact of even if her saying, "Hey, I'm stoned as shit," like just coming over and being like, "Hey, with the regulations, we got to run differently. It's a little stressful, so just bear with us."
Yeah.
That would buy you so many like brownie points with the customer,
Right.
You know, but just being like, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Did you guys? Oh, you guys wanted to eat? You want to eat now?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to eat here?" All right, what? Like, I don't feel very welcome.
What can I get you, I guess?
La Hacienda means we don't want you here.
I don't know. It was really,
Yeah.
and you know how I am. Like I'm pretty personable. Like I talk to people, you know. Like so it was like
Especially
that at
the
the beginning.
chick who's bringing you food and booze.
Of course. So like I'm like, you know, I'm trying to make a little chit chat at the beginning, and she's just like stone faced. Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
It would be so funny if guys went through this whole dinner and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Why is she being so weird? And at the end she goes, good to see you, Chris. And all of a sudden you realize, oh,
That's why she was so pissed off the whole time.
because I didn't remember her at all, and I still don't.
And she still got that fucking mask on. I can't
Oh
tell.
yeah, I can't tell. Yeah. Dude, the fucking look it's a new look. It's a new look. Like, you know how actors have all their different emotions as a look? There's a new look that's invented that is the eyes trying to figure out if the person you're looking at is who you think it is.
Right.
Like I saw our friend Dr. Dave a couple times last week, and there was this moment of we're looking at each other, and he's like, I can see it in his head. He's like, I think that's Thurman. And I'm like, I think that's Dave.
Yeah.
And we look, and one of us finally has the balls to go, yo. And then it's like, oh, yo, okay, it is you. All right, good.
Yeah.
It's not just another guy who, you know.
Right. That
right.
happened to me 2 days ago in Rite Aid. I was in line. I paid for my stuff. I knew there was someone behind me because I could hear them, but I hadn't looked yet. And I turned around and I looked, and you know she had like a winter hat on, like with the you know, like the ties that come down on the sides right here.
Right.
And then the mask.
Yeah.
So all I could see was that, you know.
I mean, literally what like a bank robber wears
And-
in a movie.
But like I recognized her eyes, kind of, you know, but I wasn't. And so I took another look, and she goes, "Hey, Chris." I was like, "Oh, hey."
Yeah. Who's under there?
Yeah.
Well, that's how they're going to get it. They're going to be like, well, now you can identify your friends by scanning their eyeballs with your phone when you see them.
Yeah, great.
That's weird. What? Jesus. Look at Murphy. Rolling around.
Oh yeah, it's Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy ain't got no tail. There's a cat walking around the neighborhood who looks like Murphy, a little bigger, with a tail. So I think that's like her big brother or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he don't want to.
Meow.
Yeah.
Murphy just said hey to me.
There's just slutty little cats.
Yep.
Oh man. What else? What else was on the agenda?
I don't know.
I did see a bit of the work you guys are doing out back at the jug. It looks really good.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited. They started pouring the footers. The beams will be going in probably.
And this is for building a like sort of a pavilion on the back.
Yeah, it's a
Serve
pavilion.
as like a deck and for like live bands, but also like a deck for people to hang out on, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, we're not going to have to worry about, weather won't be a factor anymore, because it's all covered, including where the band plays.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless it's like whipping winds and rain,
Yeah.
if it's just rain, like we can still do a show, because.
Whipping winds and rain sounds like an old, like a Crosby, Stills and Nash song.
Right?
Yeah, no, it'll be, way
the
more.
newest album by Sean Thurman.
Like a cemented in pavilion can't blow away.
Yeah.
Like a lot of tents did on the last night of Rothbury. That same festival where I saw the weird little guy with the legs and the whole thing, that whole story. The last night there was this fucking brutal storm where like I'm in my tent laying there and the tent like is blowing in.
Yeah.
Like it's bending in, and like the wall of the tent's like this.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
I'm just like, Jesus fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, so part of it like came up and I'm like, fuck, this is going to like blow away. Like, so I got out and like weighted it down with a bunch of stuff and got out and I'm like in my boxers fucking hammering shit down, trying to tie it to like part of a car or something.
Right.
And I survived then. But as I was doing that, I specifically remember seeing one of those just little pop-up tents.
Yeah.
Just like Wizard of Oz
Really?
float away. Like into the sky. Like, oh, gone, dude.
I hope nobody's little dog was in that.
Yeah, exactly. It just floated the fuck away. That was so funny. So no worries with that. With a felly cemented in fucking
Yeah,
pavilion.
no. There's,
And then what do you guys? You're putting a fireplace in the barn too?
we put a wood burning stove in there.
Or yeah, wood burning stove. Nice.
Yeah, so there's a wood burning stove in there now, which is gonna be enormous. Like with the space heaters too. Like
Yeah.
we won't have the issues that we had like this past October.
Dude, we can have straight out like luau parties in February.
And I've been looking for those. You remember the metal like gates that you close like at the mall to close the stores at the mall? We're looking for those.
They kind of go like
To
up
just-
and down now.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you
I'm
mean,
talking about
but,
the
like-
old ones that come across though.
Yeah.
We'd like to get a couple of those though, so that we can close off that whole thing at the end of the night and not bring everything in like we did last year every single
Yeah.
fucking night. Like
Yeah.
it was a fucking nightmare, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was so much extra work just carrying in boxes of booze at the end of the night. Like after you're already shot,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you've been running all of the fucking parking lot everywhere for fucking 6 hours, 8 hours. And then you're like, now I got to carry in 10, 50-pound boxes. Great.
Yeah. So you just be able to lock the whole thing up.
That's the plan. Yeah. So hopefully it's going to work out. Hopefully we'll find those. If not, then we've got a couple backup plans in place, but
You get those.
that's the one we're really looking for.
You know those fake owls.
What?
To scare off like field mice. Like you get one of those fake owls with the heads and horns. That'll scare them off.
That'll scare them off.
Yeah.
All the boozers.
Yep.
Is that owl looking at me, man?
Nah,
You're
dude.
drunk, dude.
You're sitting out there just like you did with the skunks, and you're popping them off. But it's not gonna kill them because you're just gonna pick them and go, "Hey, fuck out of here!"
Just shoot him in the ass with a fucking pellet gun.
You can't go steal boost in there. Old man Harden's gonna shoot your eye out.
Oh man, that would actually be really fun.
Yeah, but it'll be like Clerks when you open up in the fucking morning. Well, hopefully not. Like what Clerks was supposed to be until someone put the gum in the lock.
Right.
Fuck, isn't this working?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm trying to put it up so I can share it. But anybody who knows knows.
What?
Those who knows. Put it on the Facebook page.
Oh,
But it's not loading for some. Facebook's been weird. Maybe the aliens are trying to take it down. I don't know. The internet itself's been weird. Like the friendly foes thing we did. Like my me is not completely on sync with the music. Like it's close, but it's a little off.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucks with you. And I don't know if that's just like there was sort of a blizzard happening while we did it on a shitty internet stream, or I probably fucked something up. I don't know, but it happens. But yeah, I don't know who's listening now. This will be out across all fucking platforms after we do one of these. If anybody's, tell your friends, get the live chat going. Lee's over there. She's not. She's pretending. She's watching Joe Rogan. She's not.
He's watching Joe Rogan.
Shout out to the Dave, right? Bison logo.
Yeah.
Because I ran into him at one of the gigs. He had the Stone Jug Mafia shirts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he was like all about the podcast. So,
Oh, man,
you know,
yeah.
he's listening.
Oh, he's definitely listening.
McGee and all them dudes.
Yeah, yeah. They're loving it. Denise, you're watching the show now? That's Kate's mom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that's...
But is she
great.
Kate? Like, she's funny?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, yeah, she's always coming down to the jug, and she's fun. Yeah. They all actually came down with the baby a couple weeks ago, and they left their goldfish there.
They left their goldfish. Like the crunchy goldfish or like an actual goldfish?
Yeah, like the baby's goldfish, like
Yeah.
little container of goldfish.
And they called it like, we left the baby's thing of goldfish, and you're just like, I haven't seen it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I called them. I'm like, you guys need this? They're like, we have like 7 of those. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Oh, dude. When like I babysit.
Fuck yeah.
My sister's like, the kids are old enough to wash themselves now, but like, you know, I babysit the little one, and like, dude, the fuck, because it is all for like the lunches, so it's all just like little fucking perfect size, little fucking snack bars and gushers and shit. And
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I don't know if I ever told this. We did the podcast with Jay Jeffords where he gave us the history of Youngstown.
Yeah.
About the car wash.
Yep.
Left out the whorehouse.
Yeah, he sure did.
Well, no, actually.
You remember the jailhouse?
You know what? I think he was about to bring it up and then didn't. I think that's the one thing that, remember,
There was one thing,
That was my
yeah.
own speculation. He's like, and when he was like going into it, he's like, and then you go up to the 3rd floor. When you got up there, man, it was, let's just say it's a good time. Moving on.
And he was like, I'll tell you guys after the show.
Yeah.
But he never did.
No, that happens
And then
every
the
time.
pandemic hit, and I haven't seen him.
Yeah. Well, that happens every time. This is like every time someone like takes and except for my sister or like Heather, like people I know, like people take a video at a gig and I'm like, send that to us, tag us, put that up on your thing. And they're
Right.
like, I'm going to do it right now. And then
Yeah,
it
I know.
happens. Yeah. So after we did that with him, it was the first time I met him, we did the podcast. He was cool as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Gave us a lot of information.
Tons of information.
We were driving down Main Street, probably leaving your house, and I had like, did you give us a Gushers with a tongue tattoo on it?
What?
Okay, then he didn't. We had like a Gushers for some reason that had like a tongue tattoo. Like if
Okay.
you leave it on your tongue, it puts like a tiger on, like a tattoo.
Yeah,
But you
no,
have
I
to
did not give you that.
Stick your tongue out and just leave it on there for a while.
Okay.
So I'm in the passenger seat of the car, and we're driving down Main Street at about 3 miles an hour. And we pass when what's his face's bar and grill was open. So all those guys are standing
Niles.
outside. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat with my tongue out with this huge rubber sheet on my tongue, like licking it.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I see her wave. And I didn't know.
Perfect.
I didn't know anybody. I was like, what was that? And I look and I see like all them dudes. I'm like, oh, they probably think they're like, we saw that kid eating like a 6x6-inch sheet of acid the other day or something. Or what would they think?
Right.
It looked like
What could they possibly think?
I just had this huge rubber, like I was like eating an
What
alien.
is that fucking wacko doing?
Yeah, like that's fucking crazy. And then even the explanation would be like, I wanted the tiger on my tattoo on my tongue.
Told you it was acid.
I was like, listen, there's no out of this. Just wave and keep going. And they
Right.
can just think I'm weird forever. That's fine. Most
Yeah.
people do. I just remember like I don't know if I ever followed that up because that was very funny.
That is hilarious.
I'm
You
like-
did not tell me that.
No, like we drove and like it's Main Street. It's small and
Oh,
you're
God,
going
yeah.
slow, so you're right next to him.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, and worst part, I don't even think it worked. It just was like a smudge of like it looked like a pen exploded in my mouth.
Fruit roll-ups.
What are you pointing? Oh, she's
Yeah, I
proving it.
definitely did not give that to you.
Okay. I don't. But look how good theirs looks.
Theirs does look good.
False advertising. Okay, can you?
It's just like the cheeseburger at fucking Burger King.
Yeah,
It
of
don't look
course.
like that when you get it.
That's no, not at all. Is this my imagination, or have we finally found something worth living for? No, is it my imagination, or did Chips Ahoy really have a Sour Patch Kids cookie? Was that a real thing? I feel like I saw that once at like a Walmart, like just some one-off. Like they were like, we're gonna do something crazy and weird, and they put Sour Patch Kids in a cookie.
Really?
Yeah,
I have not seen that.
See, did that exist or did I make that up? I feel like I've seen that. Or what? What are you finding?
You know what I did see?
If you don't find anything, that means they
Found it?
erased it and they're
Limited edition.
limited edition. See,
Wow.
look, Sour Patch Kids in a Chips Ahoy. Does it still have the chocolate chips in it though, or is it just Sour Patch Kids?
sour chocolate?
I don't know, but it's on eBay now. What's the resale on this? This is going to be the sneakers now.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Huh.
It must have been really limited, I think, if anybody would have found out.
It doesn't have a price, does it?
Bid on it.
You have to bid on it.
Yeah, I'm not bidding on that.
Starting at $4, going up $5.50, $5.50, $5.50 over to the man in the front. Sour, sweet, and
You
delicious.
got to bid on it.
$7.30 down to the man in the back.
Are you bidding on it?
Yep.
You are?
You're going to bid on it? It's-
Yup.
Well, that's why I'm like, the fact that neither one of you two knew about it made me think, like, did I dream this?
Right.
Because, like, I feel like you two would be, like, on the fucking pulse of the,
Well, nobody
Yeah,
likes
but
cookies
cookies.
more than we do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the candy mixed together.
Right.
I feel like, I think you guys were, like, on the board that, like, decided to make that.
Did you ever see the picture from, it had to be my 40th birthday when I was living down in Florida with Sam, and he went online. He found every kind of Chips Ahoy cookie that there was and had them all mailed to the house. And then I was sitting on the couch, and he came out and just dumped a box of them on me. So there was like 15 different kinds of Chips Ahoy cookies on me.
That's
Like,
great.
Yeah, it was really fucking funny. Like,
It was like American Beauty, like you're in the covered in,
Yeah.
in rose
Yeah.
petals.
yeah, yep. You just don't want to remove those cookies.
Yeah. Live.
But yeah, I don't know how he did it. He found like there was like velvet
Oh, dude.
cake
Sam's-
ones. There was like, I was
Dude,
like,
he's
what
a
the
resourceful
hell?
man.
He is a resourceful man.
He came by to do the old Thurman and Lala show one time. We were doing it in the front room.
Yeah.
It was a nice day, and he just flew in from Florida, and he got off and just had a duffel bag full of fucking little airplane bottles.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're under the certain amount of
Yep.
ounces or whatever, so you
Yeah.
can bring as many as you fucking want.
Yeah, I know.
And he just dumped them all. He just went like a slot machine. Like, it was fucking,
There
you know
was-
what I mean?
There was a guy from Buffalo on our way to Kansas City. As soon as the plane took off, he goes, "Who's in?" He opens his bag and just pulls out this big Ziploc bag full of like
Nice.
little bottles of Bacardi.
Oh, that's awesome.
There was like 25 of them in there.
Dude, that was a fucking party flight.
right?
That was an absolute fucking party flight.
I was like, this guy knows what's up.
Ahoy is captain for hello.
Ahoy, chips, hello.
What?
Ahoy is
Chips, ahoy, ahoy, yeah, it's hello,
a
ahoy,
captain would say
Oh.
ahoy.
ahoy.
Oh,
Is captain for hello.
I was like, did she just say that I have my own language? You
Yeah,
do.
it's like Klingon.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the hell just happened right there?
We're gonna have Captain Con.
Yeah, she,
All these nerds are gonna come
Ahoy
up and
is
speak
captain
Klingon to you.
for. I was like, wait, what? She's like, I did say that. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. Or understand it right
Ahoy
away.
is hello for Captain. It is. It is. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
So, you know, chips ahoy, I think means like they're on a boat and they got the cookies,
Hello.
but they need chips and the land. Wait, what is it? Land ahead or land? It's not land ahoy. You're not yelling hello at an island.
Oh, you're just like, Chips, hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, we went into the little bakery, the little village bakery, and they
Right
damn,
on
they
center?
got
Yeah.
fucking selection right in there.
Oh
dude.
my God, they have such a selection in there.
And they had the chocolate. Have you seen these hot chocolate bombs?
No.
It's like a ball. It's a chocolate ball, like a solid chocolate ball.
Mm-hmm.
And you put it in a thing of hot milk, and it starts to melt.
What?
And as it melts, it opens up, and then like hot chocolate's in there.
What?
And like, but fucking marshmallows are in there, and it just expands like a flower, and just turns into like a delicious hot chocolate.
What time is it?
We didn't get one. They didn't have them last time we were there.
Oh.
I was telling her, and I'm like, we should get one. We should get 5 of them and put them in a bathtub.
That's a great idea.
No, but that's a thing, and I've seen the videos like on Instagram, and I didn't know what. We were like, what's in these? We thought they were like a cake ball. She's like, no, that's those things that expand and shit. And I was like, damn, dude. They're
That sounds amazing.
doing a lot of innovations with hot chocolate these days.
Yeah, right?
All right, let's take a quick break. I want to put Friendly Foes back on for anyone if they're in the live thing. I'm gonna pee. I know you're gonna smoke.
Yep.
Okay. Let me make sure it doesn't fucking blow yours out. Captain Jug of Thoughts, we'll be right back, yo.
I took them off.
Special shout out to Heather on an assist on that one.
Yeah, she came up with a good one the other day. We were watching George Lopez. She's like, "Why don't you guys do Lowrider?" I was like, "Holy shit, yes."
It's one of those ones where it's like, why the fuck do we not think of that?
Yes.
I don't know if George Lopez.
Georgie would like that too.
These white boys are crazy. We should play that at like a fucking
Did
acid
they really
party.
just jam out Lowrider for 15 minutes?
We should play that at like an acid party, and so you go take a little trip,
Take a little trip with me.
All right, thank you. What up, boys? What up, Zach? What up, Revart? I think that's Jeremiah. What up, Tim Brown?
T-Bone in the house.
There's multiple Revarts. There's a whole goddamn army of them. I
Yeah.
think this one's Jeremiah, Dr. J.
I think so.
Slide jumbo. still live. And we're going to fade it out. We just got, if you enjoy that, a little bit of Friendly Foes from the other night. Because we, I believe, Donatello, somebody or Zach, somebody hit up the live chat and said, hey, happy Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, so let's play some New Orleans shit. So I played the theme from the show Treme. Because that's what exposed me to New Orleans stuff, which I love now.
Okay.
Professor Longhair, all that shit. It's great, man.
All right.
But, yeah, that was a good one, man. We're definitely going to start. We're talking with some guys to get some new, do some more, like, cross-promotion, band live streams. Essentially, musical fucking podcasts.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Same shit. We're just plugging in microphones and making a noise and sending it to the people.
Yeah.
So you can have like musical ones where you have different guests come in and then cool shit happens and none of it's planned. I just spend all day figuring out how to make it work and then go, okay, hi.
What
There was
do we do
something,
now?
something we were saying, not the Greg thing yet, but something before that. Oh, the fucking, she was like, oh, there's this company that'll promote your thing. And I'm like, yeah, we get those all the, like the SoundCloud page for the Captain's Jug of Thoughts. If I go on there, it'll just be nothing but, hey, really loved your track. And then it says episode 38, blah, blah, blah. Like exactly how I typed it. Like very like it's an algorithm to like put like it's not a real person talking to you.
Right.
But it'll say like, I really love the groove. It's got a great melody. And I'm like, it's an hour-long talk show.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah. But one of the funniest ones was on Instagram, and it was like me fucking playing guitar one day. And one of them was like, yo, this is incredible, bro. Promoted on Fitness Excellence IG. And he was like some big fit guy in the the page he tagged was like all like kettlebell working out guys.
Yeah.
And I said, thanks, bro, but you might want to tweak your algorithms a little bit. I don't think you're hitting the right fucking people.
Oh, my God.
You're hitting a guy fucking playing guitar in his basement.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I work out, but not like to the fact where I'm fucking hanging out with you people. You know, that was just funny. That it was mad funny that like the internet is such a funny fucking thing.
Yeah.
How like, I mean, we should check our numbers. Remember that we had like 14 listens in Romania one time.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And then we kind of could maybe trace it to somebody you knew who might have been in Romania or know somebody in Romania.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think that ever ended up working out, though. I don't think that. I think
they just.
I ended up asking them, and they were like, "No, we weren't there."
Yeah.
And I was like,
I think that these sites just totally make it up. They just throw numbers at you, and they're like, I don't know, whatever, 12. That's why like all the hot girls have like billions.
Yeah,
because it's all the nerds at Instagram are like, just give her more.
Give her more.
Give her more numbers. She'll keep posting pictures. They don't really care about us.
Yeah.
So you were having a bit of a sore throat.
Yes.
We made you a little throat coat.
Yeah.
Which
was very dirty.
Great product. Not crazy about the name.
No.
I've stated this before. I'm enjoying some right now. We got to get some of them Captain's Jug mugs so when we do the video shows we can have them.
Yeah, I know. I asked him about them this week, and he said that I guess he sends those over to somebody else and has them done. So he hasn't gotten them back from the guy yet, but
yeah, we'll get them. And then
they're in the works.
Yeah, we'll be able to enjoy our beverages on the show.
Right.
With the cups.
Right.
Like Conan O'Brien or something.
Right.
He's got the Conan mug.
Yeah.
But so we made you a little thing, help your voice out a little bit. It seemed to loosen some things up.
It did. I was actually having a little trouble breathing at the end there. I was like, oh, it loosened too much stuff up.
Yeah, that's good. It purged that out. It's been very, very dry. Lee's it's complaining that it's dry. It's definitely dry.
Yeah, I've had my humidifier running day and night for almost a week now, and every night I wake up like just pounding water. I'm like, oh my God, I can't breathe.
But no other symptoms.
No,
because you're not allowed. That's the first thing. Is like I said, like I'll record vocal tracks all day.
Yeah,
and I'll smoke joints, and I'm screaming.
Yeah,
like really giving it my all because I want it to be good.
Sure.
And then at the end of the day, my throat hurts, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Right.
I smoked and screamed all day.
Right.
That would probably explain it.
Yeah, I know.
So that's good. We tried to make you a little concoction. One of the ones George Harrison used in that documentary they did, and he said like Frank Sinatra and like other Etta James or something swore by it. It was warm water, honey, and vinegar. I used apple cider vinegar to make it a little sweeter on the taste.
Sure.
But then you gargle with it.
Yeah.
And he was like, it helps your throat because you won't have a throat left.
Right.
But I've done that as a singer. You know, you got to do that stuff.
Sure.
Fucking Axl Rose got an oxygen tank backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I think of like anyone who plays in Denver, like they have the oxygen tanks like
I'm
at
sure.
the stadium. But I'm
Okay.
thinking like I think Axel has one like in his dressing room at all times.
Oh, yeah.
But doesn't oxygen like doesn't it really get you high? Like I know they say that in Fight Club, but like pure oxygen.
Yeah.
Because I went to the hospital once. I was having a bit of an asthma attack, and I think it was a little overdone. But my mother wanted to, you know how mothers are. They're
Sure.
So they fucking put the oxygen on me, and like I got fucked up.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I kind of remember getting fucked up, and like my friends seeing me being like, "What's going on, man? You look a little fucked up." Not like I'm tripping balls, but like just definitely a little funky.
Yeah?
And then somebody had, because she's always trying to look for replacements for like asthma things for me, like all natural things.
Yeah.
And she found like like you can go online and order like oxygen like in a can, like
Really?
and it didn't really help for my asthma. But I'm like, dude, if this like just gets you high as shit like that, like this should A, not be on the market, and B, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, right?
Start getting a couple crates of this fucking shit.
Crates
It's
of oxygen.
Like if it fucking does like open up things in your brain that like make you feel good, that's great. How
Yeah.
could that be a bad thing?
Right.
It'll replace all the bad things in your life. You know? I don't know.
Manson, Jagger,
What?
all oxygen. Manson, Jagger, Slipknot.
What the fuck are you talking about?
They all
Metal
have
thing?
oxygen backstage.
Oh. Who's okay? All right. That's who has oxygen backstage. Okay.
I was like, man, you moved on from that quick.
Well, no, I feel like that was. She just said it's Manson, Jack. Like she started going like foxtrot,
Yeah,
foxtrot, Yankee, foxtrot. I'm like, what? No, I get you. Yeah, a lot of guys do that, especially if they're whaling. Like they gotta get their air. The dude from The Descendants has, I don't know what it is. It looks like he's got a water bottle like around his. Like he's got it like on like a strap, like a mail bag,
Yeah.
you know, and he's got like a water bottle, but it's got like a tube. I think it might be an oxygen thing. He might just hit while he's doing those, you know.
Right.
Milo goes to the fucking doctor.
Right.
So fucking anyways, health shit.
Yeah.
Greg's over one day, and he's got to pick up his drum kit was here, and he had to load it up and take it somewhere. And he was like having a terrible fucking stomach ache. I don't know. He was just all fucked up. He ate some shitty food or something, or I don't know. He was really down in the dumps. So Lee, our holistic, you know, little angel over here,
Right.
is like, I'm going to come up with a concoction for Greg, like a natural one to help his stomach. You know, ginger helps and like any bubbly stuff. And like she came up with this turmeric gingery little shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, sweet. And he slams the shot, and then we pack up the drum kit and move it up to the van and all that stuff. And like he's getting worse. And he's like,
really?
oh, dude, seriously, like something's really fucking wrong here.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Oh, this is bad. Like he's like, I think I might just go throw that up. I think something's bad. This is bad. I think I gotta throw. And he just went and threw it up and then felt better. So then we did some further research, and it said things not to do with this drink. It said sip slowly. Don't just pound it.
Oh,
which is
geez.
exactly what he did.
Yes.
He pounded it like a fucking tequila shot.
Right.
And then it said lay down. Don't do any physical activity.
Oh my God. Everything the opposite.
Especially, it literally said, especially like bending over and picking up and moving objects and like walking up and down stairs. Like he pretty much just said, don't load your drum kit out of Thurman's basement.
Right.
Like, it's exactly everything it listed to not do, we did like to a T.
Right.
It was like bend over
It's
and
getting worse.
it was like bend over and pick things up, which is all he did for like 20 minutes. And don't pound it. And he fucking slammed it. And I'm just like, damn, dude, should have probably kept reading.
Yeah.
We were just like, this will work. Fucking do it.
Yeah. Do the shot, man.
It was so funny. So if anybody looks up that, sip it slowly and don't move a drum set.
I was watching Hall Pass the other day. That just reminded me. Remember the chick that had the stomach ache?
Kind of. What was that when like his wife gave him a hall pass? Or
Yeah.
something?
And I think it's Jason Sudeikis, right?
Yeah.
He's like trying to like bang this chick, and they're in the bathroom of the hotel, and she's like, I really don't feel good. She's like, maybe I just need to throw up. And he's like, don't do that. He's like, oh my God. He's like, no. And then all of a sudden she sneezes and fucking she sharts all over the wall behind her. She's like, oh my God, that sneeze really made me feel better. And he like, you just see his head go like this, like around her.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then the next thing you see is him putting her in a cab.
I want to do an edit. This is going to be a deep one. There was this show called Startup, and like at the time we had a startup thing kind of going.
Yeah.
Starting up. So we were like, let's watch this show. It's kind of paralleling our life at the time and, starting business and stuff like that. And he meets this chick, and she's that one girl, I forgot her name. She was on Californication at one point. She's very, very hot. And he meets her, and then they finally like get together one night, and then like she goes and like starts getting real dirty, like freaky, like like in the show it freaks him out, like he's like, oh, this girl's like been abused or something, like it freaks him out. It changes. It's a character development.
Yeah.
But then like, I mean, like on season later, it shows him online looking for wedding rings.
Yeah.
This is a year later.
Sure.
All this shit's happened in between.
Right.
He's looking for wedding rings to marry her. I'm like, I want to just do a smash cut of like when she starts saying kinky shit, and then cut just to him looking for wedding rings.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect.
I mean,
so I got so I have a story that I told you the other day that I had a story about Lee's brother.
well, don't say that.
Why?
I don't want to. No, this is not a no. You're supposed to keep it anonymous.
What do you mean?
Is it that bad of a
No,
story?
it's not.
Okay, all right.
It's not.
Because there's some.
It's
not
just
good ones.
funny. No,
All right, okay,
no,
okay,
it's
all right,
just a funny story.
Yeah. All right.
So John and Scott were staying at the Jug this one time.
Anybody who knows them knows they're fucking characters.
Yeah, they're total characters. And
But
it was
also-
back when Eddie owned it. Eddie was telling me this story the other day. And Eddie's buddy, Holger, was in town from Germany, who you guys wouldn't know him, but like I've met him a handful of times. And he comes downstairs and he's like, Eddie, he's like, there are two men upstairs and they're lying in the bed watching movie together. And Eddie's like, oh yeah, that's John and Scott. And he's like, what? Don't you think strange? They're laying in the movie, they're lying in the bed together watching the movie. And he's like, well, they're a couple. He's like, oh, they couple. I just thought very strange. I was like, who lays with their friend and watches movie in the same bed? He's like, no, they're a couple, Holger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's okay then. Now I get it. It's fine then. It's fine.
That's fine. This guy's got a weird thing. Like I thought it was just like he's foreign or like maybe he wasn't exposed to that. Type of thing.
No.
Like,
He
just thought it was weird that they were cuddling and watching a movie.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, they bang. He's like, oh, okay. That's
Right.
That's fine. Yeah. It's just like,
yeah, like I said, it wasn't like a bad story.
He walks in.
It's hilarious. Like he's
They're-
like, very strange. They lie in bed together.
he's like, oh, he sees them cuddling. Oh, so you two are, how long have you two been together? They're like, we're not together. He's like, well, what are you, gay? What are you cuddling watching movies for? What are you talking about? Dude, I'll fucking do the buffer seat in a fucking, in a theater with like you, anybody. I'll fucking just buffer seat. I should buffer seat with her because I just become her buffer seat. I just end up holding all of her shit.
right.
And then a fucking ethnic child behind me plays Fortnite on his phone the whole time I'm watching the movie. It sucks.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, there's going to be some movie drops. Aren't there like a whole thing? That's why I got HBO Max. It's like they're dropping like a ton of movies all in the same day.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty dope. Mm-hmm. And it's like, God damn, man, they really can sell that shutdown, can't they?
Yeah, right? Seriously.
They're actually going to do Zack Snyder's Justice League? Okay, I'll hang out inside for a couple more weeks. I'll see that shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It seems like there's a shit ton of shit coming out right now.
Yeah.
Or about to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We've been putting out a shit ton of stuff, and look at us. There's a small little operation down here.
Right?
You know
That's
what
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, I know we talked about it, and I tried to play it, and all we got was the fucking media be like, Tom Cruise went on a tirade today.
Yeah.
Like, just play the tirade.
Right.
We don't want to hear you explain the tirade. I
No.
don't know who you are. We want to hear the tirade.
Right. We don't give a
It
fuck
was
about
like
you.
an 8-minute video and like a 15-second clip of him. But like, yeah, he went on that tirade about like, they're trying to keep studios open, but if somebody doesn't have a mask on, Tom Cruise is gonna yell at you.
Yeah.
Which like that would be kind of fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, there's a comedian named Zach Amico, Real Ass Podcast. Shout out the fucking world famous Zach and me. I forgot what they call him, but he's dude. He's best. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers on the planet.
Okay.
And he works in film too. He works in Trauma, and Trauma filmed a movie at the Knack in Niagara Falls. So occasionally he tells a story about staying like at the Knack and filming a movie
really?
at Niagara Falls, and like what a fucking dump. Like,
Right.
He's like, dude, it is fucking weird up there. And so it's mad funny because like we used to have a band that like had a practice space there, so it's funny to hear him talk about that. But he's hilarious, and he worked for a company who he was like doing security for a screening or something. He was just he's a big dude, so he just put him in a suit and stand him there.
Yeah.
And then his manager came up to me. He's like, "Come with me," and he goes into a room and he stands him in the door and he goes, "Nobody comes in or out of this room until this is settled." And it's Bob and Harvey Weinstein,
Okay.
the two brothers.
Yeah.
And Zach got to sit there in silence and watch them have like a fucking straight out screaming match.
Really?
And the whole time he's like, "This is fucking awesome. This is incredible." Because like those are crazy coked out Hollywood big shot like guys who think they're God. Like you see what the guy thought he could get away with.
Oh my
like,
God, everything.
dude. He has an assistant who has a second suit with him at all times because he sweats through the other one after screaming at somebody.
Really?
And he puts the suit back on and goes out and like hugs Brad Pitt or something. Like,
Oh, wow.
And that's just like what a moment to witness. Like that's so fucking cool.
Holy shit.
To see them just screaming at each other
Yeah.
over some shit. Oh man, that'd be cool.
That would be very cool.
Yeah. Well,
So we had, there was two couples.
two men laying together. Do you not find strange?
Yeah.
You're like, no, they're banging. He's like, oh god, thank God.
Yeah, I know.
It was just like
I
thought it was
understand
about
now.
to be like old timey like German homophobia, like a little you
No.
know, like a little kind of the comet tail and the whole Hitler thing, like a little afterglow.
Yeah.
But no, he was just like, they're banging, right? Okay, good. I had a problem with them cuddling. I was gonna be like, hey, fags, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was like, as soon as he explained it, he was like, oh, that's okay. But up until then, he's just like, I'm super confused.
It reminds me of like when Furio came to pick up money from those two guys, and they were like in their underwear. And then he said to the other guy in Italian, I think he just said like, these two blow each other. What were you saying?
Oh, so these two couples came into the jug over the weekend, and they went over. They said they came in and they kind of like looked at the bar, and I said, "You guys can sit wherever you'd like." And I go over, and they're like, "Can we just open a tab?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You guys know you have to get something to eat." And they're like, "Are you serious?" And then the one girl goes, "Oh, New York's one of those weird states where you have to eat in order to drink." She's like, "I read it online on the plane on the way here." And I'm like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" And they're like, "Dallas." And I'm like, "What are you doing here?" And they're like, "Well, we're just sick of the whole COVID thing. We've been locked down in our apartments for like 10 months. So we went online on cheap flights. And the cheapest flight was $37 round trip to Niagara Falls and back for 3 days."
Ain't bad.
I was like, okay.
But isn't Dallas like super open? Like, what do you mean they're sick of their lockdown?
I don't know.
They came here?
Yeah, I
where
don't.
It's worse?
It's way worse.
And is this recently? This
was over the weekend.
okay, where Dallas and all of Texas got buff-fucked with snow?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not buff-fucked as far as we're concerned, but like, they got hit with a lot of snow. So
They did, because I said, "Did you guys have to buy all those clothes for this weekend?"
Yeah.
They were like, "It's actually colder in Dallas right now." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was cold there, but they said it was
they're
like
getting a ton of snow. Yeah.
they were like
heavy snow.
They were like, it was like 28 degrees yesterday. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
So, but
That's-
they ended up being really cool people there, and they lived in Dallas. They were Green Bay Packer fans. Like, they were Mexican.
All right. These people.
The whole thing was really
fake identity. Oh, they're fucking sniffing around looking for Wilson.
Oh,
This is all fake identity shit. They made up
may have
bad
been.
backstories. This is some Fargo shit.
Yeah,
We're like small town innocent people who just want to run a bar.
they really might
Get
have
into
been.
some crazy shit with the fucking gangsters. This is like a Coen Brothers movie.
They sent two guys from the cartel up with fake wives
Yeah, to like have a fake weekend and just check the place out.
in Green Bay hats.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't really research very good. They didn't make the believable characters. characters.
No, not really. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Eduardo Nunez.
Eduardo Nunez. Hey, dude, can I tell Wilson? Hey, man, there is this guy named Eduardo Nunez looking for you.
He gave me his card. That was really his name.
You should take a picture and be like, hey, man, this guy was asking about you.
I totally should. Eduardo Nunez is at the bar looking for you. You know this guy? What's the other guy's name?
Jose Torres.
Jose Torres.
I looked him up, and I honestly just like a bunch of baseball players came up. I don't know. I couldn't. I didn't dig too deep, but I'm sure he's
A bunch of baseball players.
Sure, there's a fucking gangster named Jose Torres.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh my God, fucking! I love that. It's so great that Woodsy texted him.
Yeah, dude, that's great.
It is.
Fucking, please, fuck with our guests.
Yeah.
If you know them, fuck with them.
So Woodsy, now you got a new one. You can text Wilson and be like, Eduardo Nunez is looking for you now.
They could bait him very easily. Just be like, hey, Selma Hayek wants to see you.
Yeah.
He would be there.
Oh,
I would be there.
Well, who wouldn't be there?
It'd be like, dude, I was 99% chance this was going to be a beheading. There was that 1%.
Right. I'm going with the 1%.
She was going to be there. Yeah. We're going to fall in love. El Corazon.
99% chance I was going to be beheaded. 1%.
Yeah.
So, Selma, it's really you.
She certainly aged like some fine wine, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, it's getting to that point where can't really go on the internet. Like you flip through like Instagram and like especially music.
Yeah.
Like I follow a lot of music pages and it
Sure.
shows me a lot of music, and there's a lot of very fucking young girls who are like ready to be pop stars and they all want to be Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And since I hashtag beat making, hip hop, beats, funk, groove,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, I see all this shit of these girls like booty shaking, and I click the thing to go not interested.
Yeah.
But you have to click it to open it in order to click the other thing that says not interested.
Oh, really?
So I'm like
Jesus.
still opening them.
Yeah.
So they're either like, oh man, this guy really isn't interested, or they're like, this guy can't get enough. It's just like, no,
This guy
I
just cannot get
don't want
enough.
to watch the little girls dance around.
He
Okay?
loves 17-year-old pop stars.
No, I just wanted to see like Beatles videos and stuff, man. It's such a I mean, like go back
I'm
to
looking
the
for George Harrison for
Go back-
crying out
go
loud.
back to the fitness video, the fitness guy being like, "Look, keep it up, bro. Get featured on our
Yeah.
page." Like, there's gonna be a page of a bunch of guys doing like kettlebells and fitness things and
Yeah.
jogging, and then just like me, like, like that. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, I don't know, he paid.
Can you find Waldo?
Dude, we did. That was funny when we went to that Comic-Con and we were filming shit, and there was a guy dressed like Waldo, and I filmed Steve walking, and then as Steve's walking, you see Waldo come into frame, like walking with him, and Steve runs up and goes, "Waldo, what the fuck? Where have you been? We're looking all over the fuck. Come on, dude. Gee, we were scared." This guy was just scared. It just freaked him out. Like, we were just obnoxious because we were like drinking really early at Comic-Con. And like, we
Right.
weren't like, we're nerds in the fact that it's fun to like, holy shit, that's the Ghostbusters thing, and
Right.
holy shit, that's the fucking, that was the girl from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and she's super hot still, and like that shit's fun, and you
Yeah.
buy cool memorabilia. But like, we weren't like the nerds. Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I fucking love to nerds, but like me and Steve were like wearing like Black Sabbath t-shirts and getting drunk and shit,
Right.
and just being assholes. you
Yeah.
know? It was fun. It's a good time.
It was fun.
Fucking good time. Got a picture taken with William Shatner
There you go.
and the guy who played. Did he play Michael Myers in the what's his name? He played Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie Halloweens, which I really like those movies. We got to actually chat with that guy for a bit because there wasn't really anyone around.
Who the hell is that?
Tyler something, I think. He played Sabretooth in one of the X-Men movies too. But
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Is like those are fun when they're like the small Comic-Cons where it's just
Yeah.
like, hey man, you want to go hang out with like the guy from Family Matters today?
Yeah.
Like I saw Bud Bundy from Married with Children just
Oh, really?
chilling on his phone texting.
Yeah.
And then like we were in the parking lot and we saw an SUV pull out with him in the passenger seat.
Really?
And I bet he was just like, take me to a titty bar and give me some cocaine right now.
Right.
Like, dude, those guys, all right. So Giancarlo Esposito, known as Gustavo Fring on Breaking Bad. He was bugging out in Do the Right Thing. He was in Usual Suspects. The man's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
He was there. And I was a
Okay.
huge Breaking Bad fan. So I'm
Right.
like, holy. And in the show, if you've never seen it, he's a very, very intimidating man. He's very scary.
Yeah.
Because he's like kind of nerdy, but he's like crazy. So like I'm looking at him, I'm like, that's fucking Gustavo Fring, man. This is kind of freaking me out. Like, so I look behind he was signing box cutters because he does something with a box cutter in the show.
Okay.
He's signing box cutters, and behind the box cutters are 3 airplane bottles, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
of Bacardi. And
Really?
I'm like, hell yeah, dude. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna get a buzz on and sign this shit and fucking make 50 grand and get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, so we get a picture with him. We pay for it. He's very standoffish, doesn't give a fuck. And I was like, hey man, I gotta tell you, like, I love Do the Right Thing and I love Breaking Bad, and it wasn't until I went on IMDb that I realized that you and Bugging Out, like, I'm trying to explain to him that he is such a brilliant actor that I did not know that was the same guy.
Yeah.
2 completely different characters.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to explain that to him, and it is just getting a 0. Like, I'm not even talking.
Right.
He's just like looking in the camera and just doing that, just cold stoning me. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Just take the picture. And so I'm just like, I just kind of kept going because I thought it was funny because I knew I was going to make Steve laugh. Like, I just had a full one-sided conversation with Gustavo Fring. And I was like, hey, thanks, man. Take it easy. We'll have to find those pictures. But he just put me on the fucking pay no mind list
Right,
like
right.
never before. Yeah.
Have you seen him?
What?
Gustavo Fring? What are you showing?
Bugging out.
That's him? Oh, yeah. Okay.
How come there ain't no brothers on the wall?
Yep.
That's a good movie. We should
He's
watch that
like,
again.
"Not
Frank
give a
Vincent,
fuck."
dude. Frank Vincent is the fucking man. Everything he's in is fucking great. When he in that movie, he's like, "You better not fucking get this car wet. I swear to God, one drop of water gets on this car." And Martin Lawrence is like, "We ain't gonna do it. Come on, man, just go. We ain't gonna do it." And as soon as he goes, they're like, "Oh!" And they just soak him. It's fucking great. It doesn't end so great, but it's great. Samuel L. Jackson once again, dude. There's one of the best jokes in those Ted movies is where the one girl's name is Sam Jackson, and they're like, "Your name's Sam Jackson." That's funny.
Yeah.
She's like, "Who's Sam Jackson?" She didn't know who Samuel L. Jackson was.
Right.
And the bear goes, "Have you ever seen any movie ever? He's the black guy." And it's so fun. It's kind of true.
It is kind of true.
And you watch Jurassic Park, you're like, "Oh yeah, Sam Jackson's in this." You watch anything.
Any movie ever.
We watched that new,
He is in everything.
not the newest one, but the King Kong, whatever, Skull Island.
Yep.
He's in that, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, motherfucker,
Yep.
It's like the South Park bit about Slash. Like, how does he do it? How is he everywhere at once? There's got to be more than one of them.
Maybe.
He's in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
People forget he's a Goodfellas.
No, he totally is.
He was in Trees Lounge, wasn't he?
Yes.
He was no, not
No, not
Slash.
Slash. That'd be great if Slash was in that.
There's just like all these townies and then like a straight rock star in the back.
Yeah.
With like 3 chicks on his arm. No, he was in, wasn't he, like had the moving truck business? He
Yeah, I
had a
think so.
small cameo.
Uh-huh.
Dude, he was in fucking everything.
He's in everything.
Wow. That's like how when I realized all the greatest bands were British, I put it all together in my head and it just blew my mind.
Now, I don't even know what it's for, but he's in that new commercial now, too. Where
He does like credit card commercials.
No, I know, but no, he's in like a game one now where like someone's riding like a giant whale or something and they eat him when he's like giving this huge freaking speech. Like,
Yeah.
So it's just like Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Oh,
I'm
we
like,
did,
was that from Deep Blue Sea? What the hell just happened right there? I only saw the commercial once, so I'm not really sure exactly even what it's for. I just caught it and was
Once
like,
again.
what the fuck?
Once again, this is a reoccurring theme here.
Yeah.
We always bring up commercials and we go, what was it for? You're like, I don't know. I'm like, well, that was a shit commercial then.
Right.
The whole idea is to show you what it's for.
We did that the whole Super Bowl.
It should stick in your head. Yeah. Was there what were some good Super Bowl commercials? I mean, I know that's every hacky fucking radio show's thing.
The one with Will Ferrell was hilarious.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, dude, it was.
I heard the one with
But I don't know what it was for.
I heard the one with Springsteen was really douchey, and it was a Jeep ad. And it was really just douchey about how bringing America together and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it, but I just heard it was
I don't
like...
even remember. I don't
It
remember
was just
that
super
one.
corny and cringy, and it was him driving a Jeep.
Okay.
And then, like, 2 days later, he got a DWI.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like, a Super Bowl commercial
Yeah.
where he's driving.
Right.
And then he gets a DWI. That's hilarious. But
He
shout
ain't
out...
driving no more.
Shout out while I'm shouting out fucking comedians who don't know me. Fucking Tommy Pope and I think McKeever. Like, there's this whole Philly crew of comedians who do sketches, and for the past few years, they've written some Super Bowl commercials
Okay.
for like insurance companies I've never heard of, but like Northeastern regional Super Bowl commercials. That's some cash. So shout out Tommy Pope and crew because they're funny. The one was about the guy whipping his opinion out at work, and they go into HR, and she's like, Tommy just whipped his opinion out. And she's like, she was asking for it. Like, it was a dick joke.
Right.
And in today's age, to see a dick joke on the Super Bowl is pretty fucking awesome.
Right.
So shout out to those guys for real,
Yeah.
for like actually making a really funny fucking commercial.
Somebody was telling me that like their best friend's younger brother, I think, writes some of those ads.
Yeah.
And he wrote the Beavis and Butthead one with the crack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's
I
like,
don't know with like an old one?
no.
I haven't seen any new fucking. Is it from this year?
No, I don't think it was from this year, but maybe like the last year or two.
Yeah.
It's not like an old one, but he's like, dude, I'm so excited about my brother, my buddy's little brother, who we used to like pick on and kick around and everything.
Yeah.
Told a fucking Beavis and Butthead crack joke on
The fucking Super Bowl.
on the Super Bowl. He's like, I'm
Yes,
so proud of him.
huge. Yeah, that's great, dude. That's amazing.
It's totally amazing.
You could do those things, and then
Yeah.
you're just like that weird little. I'm in this weird little part of history now,
Right.
like Tom was at that Opie and Anthony thing.
Yeah.
That's like if you bring it up to either one of them. If you went up to them and was like, "Hey, I was at the Buffalo show," they'd be like, "Oh fuck, are you about to subpoena me with something?"
Yeah, right.
Did some girl change her mind? That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure. So,
I have two. Dude, you see this over here?
what?
I'm like a hoarder. It's just chaos.
What?
Too much stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're packed over there.
Well, I got the thing. Because I wanted to see if the soundboard would get working again.
Oh. I heard you using
Not funny.
I heard you using it during the show the other night.
I had the U on the sound drop. Yeah.
I know. I was at the
thought it was
bar,
just
and all of a sudden I was like, what the fuck? I'm
Oh
like,
my god. Hey, completely unrelated. Can you just right now say, like you're hollering it out at a room of people? It's for a sketch I'm working on. Can you just say free drinks for everyone?
what?
Just scream drinks on the house right now. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Drinks on the house!
Now I'm gonna put that in the soundboard.
Yeah.
And just every once in a while just hit it. And over the speakers in the front of
Yeah,
the room,
it'll
they're gonna
be
get
me.
drinks on the house, and everyone's gonna be like, woo!
Ooh, that was definitely Harden.
And you're gonna be like, no, fuck.
You should do it one night. That'll be fun.
Drinks on the house.
Just once, though.
Just once. It'll be fun. Well, we didn't specify what house.
Right.
Drinks on the house of God. You guys got to go steal the wine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, tonight would be the perfect night to do it. Isn't it's Ash Wednesday, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't go out. I didn't see anybody with the thing on their head.
I didn't either.
Well, Ash Wednesday comes after Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these things until they pop in. I know Fat Tuesday has something to do with fucking New Orleans, and don't they have parties? And you know what I mean? Does that have
Yeah.
something to do with Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
When is Mardi Gras? Is it happening?
I don't know.
God damn it. Really should learn more.
We really should. But the only reason that I knew it was Ash Wednesday is, I mean, anyone that knows me knows that I'm not a religious person in any way, shape, or form, and I'm certainly not a Catholic.
Well, you've been saved by that Post-it note the girl gave you.
Right, this is true. I found that today, again.
Kind of weird on Ash Wednesday.
Yeah, it
He
is a
showed
little
himself.
weird. I was like, oh, there it is again.
God is
And
like,
then
what the
right
fuck do
after
I
that-
have to do?
I got a text right after that saying, are you guys doing fish fries tonight? And I was like, no, why? And they're like, it's Ash Wednesday. And I was like, huh, this is a weird day.
That's funny. That's how you found out.
Right.
It's not about like, oh, did you hear about the good Lord? You're like, are you guys doing fish fry?
Yeah, no, that's how I found out for sure.
Yeah. That's how you know what religious holiday it is.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
Are we doing the ham or are we doing the fish fry? Are we hiding the eggs? Which one is it?
So,
Tuesday is Mardi Gras.
Fat Tuesday is Mardi Gras?
Shit, we missed it again.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure they had. Well, essentially, what the guy was describing in Omegang sounds like what Mardi Gras is. You know what I mean? Like a parade, like a fun,
Yeah.
like just a big fucking traveling,
Right.
lively party.
Yeah.
This show, Treme, I know I said it, but like that one, I hate music in movies. Like it's very rare I see a biopic that's like good. Like they're all good, but they all follow a formula, and like I just feel like they never get it right. You know what I mean? Where they have like a band play. Like there was this one about CBGBs, which had Alan fucking Rickman in it. And it was an interesting story to learn, but when the Talking Heads got on stage to play, there was only 3 of them, and they're on stage to audition, and then the track Psycho Killer just starts playing. It didn't sound like a 3-piece band in an empty bar playing. It sounded like someone just clicked the play on the mixed, mastered, most famous song on the planet song, and there was keyboards in it, and there's no keyboarder in the movie. There's no keyboard. I'm just like, dude, are people this dumb they buy this? Like, it just totally takes you out of it. But Treme was very realistic with the music. And they showed the different tiers. They showed the buskers on the street, up to the touring guys, up to like they showed the music industry like as a whole. I thought it was really good.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's got a ton of fucking cool music, and you learn about cool music. And I want to go to New Orleans, eat a bunch of shit, and fucking go to see a bunch of bands.
The Bills, I think, play in New Orleans this year, and that might be my away game this year. Where I've already actually talked to a couple different people about meeting them there for it.
Yeah,
So
I'll do that. I'll do some busking.
Yeah.
See if we can get connections and get a fucking little fucking.
You could go to your
jam party
first Bills
stuff.
game too.
I've been to Bills games. I've been to a bunch of Bills games.
Oh, I didn't know.
Here, first foreign Bills game, I would say.
What are you talking about? I've been to a bunch of Bills games.
Pay attention, obviously.
I know.
I was more like the Bills. The game is obviously the centerpiece, but the experience is the whole thing, and the food and the people,
Yeah.
and just the hilarity of it all.
It really is funny.
It really is. It's just a fucking experience. Why would you not go?
Right.
But no, I've never been to one out of state.
Yeah, and New Orleans would be perfect.
Yeah,
You know?
I would need my day. You guys go do whatever. I need my nerd day where I would look up every single. I would be like Professor Longhair wrote this song in this house, and I would take you guys to like a shitty little shack that has like a little plaque and it's like all rusty.
Yeah.
And I would be like, want to have like a fucking moment there, and you'd be like, "Can we go eat? What the fuck are we doing?" Like I'd go to all these like deep musical things that meant nothing to anybody else we were with.
What happened to that place with the prawns?
Oh man, well no, you'd hit up some of the fucking. I mean, hopefully it'd be open, and you'd be able to hit up some of the venues and see the music. And
Right.
man, it'd be great, dude.
I mean, it's not going to be till like October or November, so
Yeah.
hopefully things will be semi-normal by then. Another thing with New Orleans is, I think I told you this before, I just got done watching that series, Your Honor, with Bryan Cranston. He's the judge.
Yeah.
Fucking show was outstanding. It was really fucking good.
What is it on?
He directed it. It was on Showtime.
All
It
right.
was just like a 10 parts, 10 1 hour, it was one season. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's a brilliant dude.
He really is. And,
He went
he
to,
plays, he's incredible in it.
He went to a Comic-Con and walked around with like a very lifelike but rubbery Walter White mask. It was like a full rubber thing that he put over his head. And it looked like Walter White, like a weird cartoon version, but it was very lifelike.
Yeah.
And he walked around like that all day. And people just thought, well, this guy's got a crazy Walter White mask.
Right.
And then when they did the Breaking Bad panel and the whole cast came out, the guy in the Walter White mask walked on stage and took it off, and it was Bryan Cranston.
Wow.
And so he'd been walking around all day.
Right.
It was fucking, he's a brilliant dude, interesting fucking dude.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, as far as shows fucking go, dude, we've been watching Servant on Apple TV Plus, the M. Night Shyamalan show.
Oh, yeah.
That just like gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
And it's like they were seeing crazy parallels because the one guy's name is Sean, and he's like this artisan cook who comes up with these recipes, and he has his whole station. He has this whole professional kitchen in his house with all this other shit. So he stays home and makes this, high level shit all day. And his chick fucking is a news reporter who goes out in the world, and she's all frantic. And we're looking at each other like we're looking in a fucking mirror. He's just like this artiste who stays home and does his thing. And she has to put on her like business stuff and go out and do businessy things. But it is a good show. It's a freaky show. And the kid,
Servant?
the redheaded kid from Harry Potter in it is pretty fucking funny.
It's called The Servant?
It's called Servant. Yes.
Servant? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Is this the part of the show? How long have we been going?
Oh.
Jamie is in there. One of streaming services releasing new movie every month. Well, they should be to keep people on. Because I guess people could just like binge every movie ever for the month and for the free trial, and then just fucking kaput and just get the fuck out of there. I always feel like I should do that. Like I should fucking, oh dude, I'll do the free trial and I'll just remind myself to cancel before it renews next month.
Yeah.
And I never do it.
No.
And then it gets the thing. And then I'm like, I know I'm never going to do it, so I don't even try.
Well, that's the one thing I love about the new TV thing that I got going, which I'm not allowed to say what it is, but I got like a few emails like saying don't put it online. So anyway, they send you an email to ask you if you want to renew it. You don't have to do it. So like if you're going away or something, like they just shut you down for the month, and you don't pay for that month.
That's cool.
And then the next month you just hit,
Dude,
you just
should
go onto
be
your email
a
and
la
redo
carte.
it.
You should be able to just choose.
I
what
love
you
that
want.
it's like that.
You should, yeah.
You
That's
know?
cool.
Yeah, like you're not like, fuck, man, I've been paying for this for 3 months and I just caught it. I haven't fucking watched that in 3 months.
I mean, we had cable. I would just turn it on. I'd flip through the channels. It would annoy me, and then I turn it off. And I'm like, I pay this much just to irritate myself.
Right.
It's like paying a certain amount of money every month to like get stung by a bee every day.
Right.
Here, just you put something on, you're like, this sucks, and it's loud, it's annoying. I don't know. I feel like with like the streaming shit, you get to like choose your own thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little. Media is changing, people. I know we're really breaking ground here by
Yeah.
saying things are different. But, that's what we've been enjoying in this fucking giant pile of fucking snow that came down.
Right.
And I was saying
That was a lot of fucking snow
dude,
at once.
a lot. I couldn't see the car. I could
Right.
see like the side of the door a little bit. The car, where we're at, the wind blows it like up like a snowdrift shit. Covered the car. Couldn't see it. I was like, fuck. So I shoveled a path so she could walk across the street to the office, and then the mailman could come up.
Sure.
And I was like, yo, I'm leaving this shit. And then I said, that's what I told you. I'm like, yo, dude, you're just going to get dropped off at the driveway and just walk up the path.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking have to do this. This is going to be great. And then she was like, well, and then she ended up having to go up to the city today. So I was like, fuck, I got to go do it. She's like, well, what were you
That
going
was
to do?
pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah. She's like, well, what were you going to do? I'm like, I was just going to leave it. She's like, well, what about Pete? I was going to tell Pete to park in the parking lot across the street and walk over here. She's like, you can't do that.
Why not?
I'm like, he'll show up with a bunny.
Yeah.
He'll kill a bunny on the way here. He'll bring dinner.
Yeah, you guys are going to have rabbit stew tonight.
Yeah. But then she had to leave, so I was like, fuck, dude. And they plow a 4-foot tall
Oh, God, yeah.
brick wall of ice at the end of the fucking driveway. It's insane. That
I
should
know.
be illegal. Like, what if there was like a medical emergency or something?
Well, when I used to have my plow and stuff, like I would go after I got done doing all the plowing that I was contracted to do and everything like that. I'd go by all my friends' houses, and just knock the end of the driveway off. I wouldn't do their whole driveway,
Yeah.
because then but I know how bad it is,
It's
and
the
I'm just
worst
like,
part.
I just knock that off, keep going. Like
I
it's just
start at the
one
end.
one quick swipe. And just like, I don't even like stop.
Yeah.
Like I drop it as I'm pulling up, knock off the end, pull it up and keep going. Like I don't even come to a complete stop at any time. And I do that to like 10 of my friends' houses on the way home. I would do it all the time.
Yeah. And it's the worst part.
Exactly.
It's fucking like there's parts where you're like where your brain's going like, I don't think I can do this.
Right.
Like I'm thinking I'm gonna have to call somebody. I don't think I can do this. But then I'm like, nah, fuck that. I can do this shit. Conquer my inner bitch. That was my fucking kettlebell workout that day.
Well, I lucked out. Like I walked out the front door and I was like, oh my God. So I have to, I have to pretty much. Because I live next door to the jug. So I go from the corner of my property all the way to the corner of Main and Youngstown Lockport, and then all the way up to the other corner of the Jug's property.
Yeah, so all the way that whole corner.
Which is like 200 feet or so, like each side. Like 3 feet wide, 4 feet wide,
Yeah.
So I'm doing it, and I get probably 20 or 30 feet, and I look and I'm like, holy fuck, that took me 20 minutes. Like I'm not even an eighth of the way done. Like, and shout out Ryan Suter, because Ryan Suter pulls up. And he's like, I hear there's a damsel in distress. Which was classic. I thought, I was like, yeah, buddy,
Romeo, help me, Romeo.
He goes, want me to run over to my house? He lives right down the street. He goes, want me to run over to my house and grab my snowblower? I go, dude, I'll fucking pay you. He goes, just buy me a beer next time I come in. I was like, deal.
Fuck yeah.
So he came and he did it in like 20 minutes.
I know.
He did the whole rest of it.
It's a great investment.
Yeah.
For days like this. Like if
thank
we
you
had
very much.
full Russian summers or winters, that were like where it was like this every single day.
Yeah.
And it snowed like that every week.
Right.
We would all just have snow blowers.
Sure.
Like people have stoves.
Yeah.
You would have to have one.
Right. Like
But
everyone
you know
does
what I
in
mean?
North Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Well, there's the way they do
It was
them in the
very cool.
city, where you have the one truck goes and then it spits it out the fucking back into like a pickup truck, and they run and they go tandem next to each other, and they actually remove the snow.
Right.
They don't just put it all at my house.
Right.
Because we're like right at this kind of 5-way cross points, like Gangs in New York part of how those 3 streets come together.
Right.
And there's that parking lot, and I think all of it just ends up here.
Yeah.
And then I gotta go dig it out,
Well,
which is fine.
For a couple of years, we did these apartment complexes, and we would bring the plow, and we would bring the dump truck, and we would bring the Bobcat. So
Yeah.
we would plow it into one area, lift it with the Bobcat into the back of the dump truck, and then take it all the way to the corner of the property, because you couldn't get in, but that was the only way to do it. Like, we were like, this is fucking ridiculous.
I feel like I could take everything you just said really out of context.
Oh, God, yeah.
And make it really funny. And then take it to the other side of the property. Yeah, it's quite a fucking challenge, and it's just one of those things that's very funny. We're just very used to, like, once in a while, an enormous amount of shit falls out of the sky,
Right.
and just changes life forever. Like, it's just the atmosphere. We just become a different planet. We just transform into a different planet. We become a Hoth, and we all just like have all these plastic tools to deal with it. But I love it. I love it. Is like you feel that accomplishment when you fucking dig it out, and like you got a pile of ice, like snow ice, like that's as tall as you are. You're
Right.
like, fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you know what I mean? At first, you're like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was talking about when I was a kid, like when the driveway would get done like that, and all the snow would go on one side, and then me and my brother would build you'd build like a tunnel from one end of the driveway all the way to the other end, to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And you'd just have this long fucking ice tunnel that you would just like fucking crawl through. It was fucking cool as fuck when you're like
Yeah, it was
little,
fun as shit. I remember like my neighbors they had like a really deep ditch that we would like ride our bikes through and stuff.
Right.
And they had they plowed all the snow from their big driveway back to the corner. So it was like this fucking 30-foot tall fucking thing of snow.
Right.
And we kept riding it. We packed it down to it was just ice.
Oh, wow.
So it was like this thing, and you could start and drop in on that and then come flying. It was like a little half pipe.
Right.
And they come flying up the one side of the ditch. And like now I look at it and like it's ridiculous. But when we were 12, you're a lot smaller and things are bigger.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But like it was fucking dope. We had like a little slope style run, like a little snowboard park right across the street.
Yeah.
For a little kid. I wanted to get a ghetto fucking snowboard from Walmart and go snowboarding. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But then I remembered I was like, I'm gonna break my arm. Be out of a lot
What do
of
you
money.
mean? It's snow.
Yeah, fucking
Soft.
snowboarders. Yeah, I guess. It's soft at first.
You just got to avoid
good.
trees.
Yeah, you don't want to do a Sonny Bono.
No.
It was like 30 years ago.
I know. I was like, what was that?
Didn't he cheat on Cher?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to get her to turn against him. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah.
Captain's Jug of Thoughts. We'll be doing some more live ones. We'll be doing some
Absolutely.
more fun stuff. There'll be things happening. Keep your ear to the ground. Might be doing a live Thurman and Lala podcast later this week. Check out the Friendly Foes live stream from the other night. Everything's live stream. Just, we do new shit all the time. If honestly, go to my Instagram, Monty Kingu, and that's where you're going to get the most updated shit.
Yep.
Because Facebook just won't let me upload videos for some reason. So instead of rectifying it, I'm just like, nobody's on there anyways. I'm like, what am I? Is this even a problem worth fixing?
Right.
But I'll figure it out. But whatever.
Yeah.
We're around. Talk to us. Say hi. How you doing?
Friday,
What do you
March
guys got?
12th, Moondog's going to be playing at the
Oh,
Jug.
nice. Oh,
What?
there. God damn it.
You got something going on that night?
No.
Oh, I was like,
No,
fuck.
No.